So my understanding of Scrolls so far is that there's this up-and-coming, no-name game developer called Mojang.
Never heard of him.
Yeah, never heard of him. That was just looking for something to do.
Yeah.
But it is their first foray into collectible card games.
Yeah.
Which you can't, it's kind of like MMOs. It's a thing you can't get into and just be like, yeah, let's just make one of those. Like you have to have some kind of angle. So what's the angle? What is special about Scrolls?
All right, so what makes Scrolls different from, say, Hearthstone is it's kind of got a two-pronged approach. It's not like Hearthstone, you just play the cards. It's like Magic the Gathering. It's just cards against each other. This is more like, I guess, Yu-Gi-Oh! Within the world of the show. I don't really know much about Yu-Gi-Oh!, so it's probably not a perfect analogy, but this just hit me. It kind of reminds me of Battle Chess from like way back in the day.
Yeah.
But so what happens is you play your scroll, which is the card. They're scrolls. You play your scroll, and then a little guy shows up on the field, and you can put them where you want them. And there are lanes. I don't remember specifically off the top of my head how many, but let's say 6 or 8 lanes, or not lanes really, but lines. And you put them on that, and they'll attack. They have a countdown then. So like some attack the turn you put out, they have like haste.
Right.
Some attack 3 turns later. And they always just go in a straight line down their path.
Oh, okay.
And when they're out there, you can also, some of them have other abilities, like if you put one guy near other humans, whenever that human dies, he gets a buff. And like one guy can, you can summon a wolf instead of him attacking, like when his turn order is done, stuff like that.
Cool.
So like they have active abilities too sometimes, and you can move them to a new lane. And the whole point is there are towers at the end of the lane, I can't remember what they're called, little obelisks at the ends of the lanes, and you have to destroy them. I believe they have 10 hit points each. And yeah, so the point is you get your guy in the lane to go and hit that obelisk, and it has 10 hit points. And then it just is destroyed. And I believe you don't have to destroy all of them. I think it's 3, and then you win. But the other person obviously puts their guys in the lines to block your guys, and they do damage to each other, and they have different effects, and you can curse and then like play off. And it has the decks are cool. Like you can get pre-made decks that have combos that do really cool things. Like I have one deck that's like the black magic deck, effectively. I don't recall what it's called, but you can curse people, and then other characters do things where it's like everyone who's cursed takes this poison damage right now. So I've done things where I've had a bunch of people that were cursed and then killed like 4 people at once on their side. So it's cool because and the way you get mana, you don't get mana like Hearthstone where you just get it automatically every turn. It's more like some other card games that you might be familiar with where you spend a card for that mana. I don't believe it's called mana, but you expend a card to get that type of mana instead of using that card. So you can't use the card if you spend it to get resources.
So you can activate abilities even when they're out. It's not like you put a card in and then it just does what it does on the field. Like if one of my guys is close to one of those obelisks, I can like make him do something, or other than just move.
Yeah, it depends.
Swap
like
in between lines.
A few of the creatures have those kinds of abilities where you can say, instead of attacking, do this. It'll reset their turn timer or whatever. A few of them have that. Some are just you put them out and they attack. Like that's
so how is this? Is it free to play? How am I buying packs? Like how do I get cards? How do I get currency? How do I get stuff?
You get money, gold, whatever it is, from playing with other people and doing daily challenges. One thing I like about this game is that it has really cool daily challenges that are sort of like puzzles, and they're tough. Like a lot of them are really tough. They have different difficulty tiers. The easy ones are easy. They're still challenging, but they're easy. And then the medium, obviously, they get harder and harder. And those are AI, so you can play alone and still gain resources a little bit.
Cool.
But you can play against other people, and you can obviously play against friends and stuff like that. The game has a cool look. The menus feel a little unfinished. Like it still feels like they're working out some of the kinks, But the game it's cool and fun, and I enjoyed playing it.
Is it out Do they release it, or is it like Minecraft, where they're just kind of like,
yeah, I
here's
guess
this thing?
I'm unsure.
You paid for it though, somehow. No, you just.
I've purchased a few cards, and then through a Humble Bundle, I got some extra decks recently because Humble Bundle had like.
Can you buy cards? Can you actually buy a card directly?
Yeah, I think you can buy. I know you can buy packs. You can buy little like card boosters too. I don't recall if you can buy a specific card directly, but I think you can. And you can also buy like avatar parts and stuff like that. You can customize your avatar. It's like one of those things where it's like match the bottom and the middle and the top, you know.
Right.
And you can customize that. Yeah, it's a cool game. I was gonna say something now I can't remember, but yeah. It's good.
I can just wait here until you remember that thing.
Oh, that would be
probably really good.
That'd be dynamic and interesting.
Yeah, so I guess like the big people always ask with stuff like this. It's like, do I need better cards? Have you gone up against an opponent where you're just like, well, I clearly lost that because how the hell am I supposed to fight against that card?
That's what I was going to say. Like I was just reading yesterday of a whole bunch of like balances and tweaks and fixes. So they're actively. I was reading the changelog. They're actively working on it. You know, because I thought for a while that I don't know why I had this mentality, I guess, but I thought that they kind of had given up on this game and were just going to put it out and then say, okay, whatever. But I think they are supporting it, and that's good. But yeah, some of the challenges, like I have a couple of decks that are the pre-made. Like I bought the Black Magic deck and the Growth deck. The green one is called Growth. I remember that for some reason, or that's the one you start with, but. I went in with the one deck, and I was like, okay, yeah, clearly this deck is not... It was like a medium challenge.
Right.
And I was just like, okay, no. Like, I can't do it like this. But I think that it seems like it's balanced enough where it's like Hearthstone, where if you wanted to not spend money, you could eventually be competitive without spending that much money. And the crowd isn't huge yet, so as far as I know. So... I think that a lot of people, if you join in, you'll probably just get it. You'll be competitive because other people are likely using similar decks to you. Mostly I played against my roommate.
Final question. What's the pace like? Is it quick? How long does it take to get through a game?
It's longer than Hearthstone.
Which I think everything is. I think that was kind of like the core mission statement of Hearthstone. It's just like...
You're like, let's do a thing that takes 6 minutes. It's... I don't remember exactly how long each match would take. It's fun throughout, but some matches can take a while. Like, I don't want to say an hour, but sometimes it was definitely like 20, 30, 40 minutes we were working on a match. And then other times, against like the AI, I've beaten them fairly quickly. So it's like Magic. It's like Magic.
Yeah.
Its closest analog, I would say, time-wise, is Magic the Gathering. You can have a game that it takes 2 seconds, and you can have a game that takes an hour and a half, probably. And
with difficulty, you win some, you lose some. So it kind of comes down to like that initial draw. If you just get like, oh, I built a deck to do a certain thing, and that thing just happened.
But it's a cool, fun game. The guys look my favorite part about it is the little guys on the board look really cool. Like the look of them is good.
Are you stuck in one perspective? It's just kind of isometric, and then you can't like rotate or anything?
The board is this. It's just boom.
Okay.
And you wouldn't need to. You don't ever feel like you need to. So the angle is such that you can see everything that you need to see.
And just PC for right now, right?
PC, Mac. It's on tablets as well. I have it on my... Okay. Yeah, I put it on my Android. I've got like one of the earlier Android Nexus 7, I think. And it started and did not run great on there. It's an older tablet. Right. But if you had it on... so it's on Android for sure. I assume that means it's also on iPad, but newer tablets could probably run it just fine, yeah.
Cool. Well, there's plenty of card games available on tablets and stuff, but... You think it's different enough? Think you could carve out an niche?
I liked it. Like, I think someone who plays Hearthstone could also play this, and it would scratch a similar itch, but it'd be different enough that you could have a good time with it.
You can actually scratch itches with tablets too. You can just kind of like, right?
Yeah.